In this article, what causes high blood pressure? What is normal blood pressure? What causes high blood pressure? Who is more likely to develop high blood pressure? What causes high blood pressure? Blood pressure is the measure of the force of blood pushing against blood vessel walls. The heart pumps blood into blood vessels, which carry the blood throughout the body. High blood pressure, also called hypertension, is dangerous because it makes the heart work harder to pump blood out to the body and contributes to hardening of the arteries, or atherosclerosis, to stroke, kidney disease, and to heart failure. What is normal blood pressure? A blood pressure reading is written like this: 120/80ths. It's read as 120/80. The top number is called the systolic, and bottom number is called the diastolic. The ranges are normal, less than 120/80, 120/80ths, elevated, 120 to 129, less than 80. Stage 1 high blood pressure, 130 minus 139/80ths minus 89. Stage 2 high blood pressure, 140 and above, 90 and above. Hypertension crisis, higher than 180, higher than 120. See a doctor right away if your blood pressure is above the normal range. Talk to your doctor about how to lower it. Continue reading below. You might like WebMD MS. Are you working with the best team for your needs? Take this assessment to find out if there are other healthcare providers who can help with your symptoms. WebMD cold or flu? Tell us your symptoms and get help here. Talk with our cold and flu tool to get the answers you need. WebMD fleas and ticks on cats and dogs. Are you battling fleas and ticks? See the warning signs of infestation and the best treatments for dogs, cats, and your home in this slideshow from WebMD. What causes high blood pressure? The exact causes of high blood pressure are not known, but several things may play a role, including smoking, being overweight or obese, lack of physical activity, too much salt in the diet, too much alcohol consumption, more than 1 to 2 drinks per day, stress, older age, genetics, family history of high blood pressure, chronic kidney disease, adrenal and thyroid disorders, sleep apnea, essential hypertension. In as many as 95% of high blood pressure cases in the US, the underlying cause can't be found. This type of high blood pressure is called essential hypertension. Though essential hypertension remains somewhat mysterious, it has been linked to certain risk factors. High blood pressure tends to run in families and is more likely to affect men than women. Age and race also play a role. In the United States, blacks are twice as likely as whites to have high blood pressure, although the gap begins to narrow around age 44. After age 65, black women have the highest incidence of high blood pressure. Causes of high blood pressure in this article. What causes high blood pressure? What is normal blood pressure? What causes high blood pressure? Who is more likely to develop high blood pressure? Essential hypertension is also greatly influenced by diet and lifestyle. The link between salt and high blood pressure is especially compelling. People living on the northern islands of Japan eat more salt per capita than anyone else in the world and have the highest incidence of essential hypertension. By contrast, people who add no salt to their food show virtually no traces of essential hypertension. Most people with high blood pressure are salt sensitive, meaning that anything more than the minimal bodily need for salt is too much for them and increases their blood pressure. Other factors that can raise the risk of having essential hypertension include obesity, diabetes, stress, insufficient intake of potassium, calcium, and magnesium, lack of physical activity, and chronic alcohol consumption. Continue reading below. You might like WebMD slideshow. Get ready for your new baby. Before you welcome your baby home, you'll want to get the big 4 baby gear items: car seat, crib or bassinet, stroller, and high chair. WebMD. Could you live better with MS? Take this assessment. Take this WebMD assessment and get personalized tips to help live your life with MS to the fullest. WebMD truth about living with HIV, from treatment options to information on symptoms. See what's fact and what's fiction when it comes to HIV and AIDS. Secondary hypertension. When a direct cause for high blood pressure can be identified, the condition is described as secondary hypertension. Among the known causes of secondary hypertension, kidney disease ranks highest. Hypertension can also be triggered by tumors or other abnormalities that cause the adrenal glands, small glands that sit atop the kidneys, to secrete excess amounts of the hormones that elevate blood pressure. Birth control pills, specifically those containing estrogen, and pregnancy can boost blood pressure, as can medications that constrict blood vessels. Who is more likely to develop high blood pressure? People with family members who have high blood pressure. Smokers, African Americans, pregnant women, women who take birth control pills, people over the age of 35, people who are overweight or obese, people who are not active, people who drink alcohol excessively, people who eat too many fatty foods or foods with too much salt, people who have sleep apnea.